So this is really a team effort, talking with Robert and Bob about how we can support our small business members. During the pandemic, a lot of the companies really did suffer because of the economic crisis that we had. And so we thought of the different ways that we could help the businesses, and one was the directory. So Janet Sheffer's company, Means, pro bono, they did it for us to put the directory onto the district website, and we got about 175 listings on the website. So that directory is for us to support each other on our businesses. We had a webinar on the special loans that were available, and we thought if we do this marketplace, that people could share their company's assets and see how we can support each other with buying and supporting our own companies. And during the time that we did, we had a lot of partnerships that formed because someone was on a Zoom and found out somebody did something else. And it was just really a lot of fun to see these connections being made because of the marketplace. So we think that now that people are coming out of the pandemic and businesses back, we really wanted to see if we could take this to the next level. And so Robert and I were talking about how we can have maybe a round table where we bring in speakers to talk about marketing or something on a business issue. And then we could network and talk with each other about, hey, I got this problem, how did you solve it? Or maybe someone has an idea. And so we're kind of thinking that we would do this, Robert, was it quarterly for this business roundtable? Quarterly, and then we would have a chance to network as well. And so if you didn't hear, we did charter a Rotary Means Business district clubs of fellowship. So because we have that for the district, people in different communities can have a Rotary Means Business networking event, and it'll come under the district's charter. So, with Rotary, we have our friendships and we support each other in different ways. And we thought that this is one way to support each other. So this is how that marketplace idea got started. And with Bob and Robert as the co-chair for vocational, let's give them a hand because they did a super job this year.
Good job, Bob.
All right.
Good job, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So speaking of good jobs, Robert did a fantastic job on getting our mayor to say a few words for this meeting. So are you ready for that, Robert?
Yes, I am. He actually wanted to attend this personally and something came up, but he did take the time to put something together for us. So if I can share my screen, I'm going to play this right now. And can everyone hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay. So, and you can see the screen.
Yep.
Thank you for inviting me to be a part of this year's Rotary Marketplace. While I wish I could have joined you in person, I'm truly honored to be here with you virtually. We all know the pandemic has left more local families in need. From feeding the hungry, maintaining playgrounds, so many of you have stepped up. And so I offer a sincere and heartfelt mahalo, particularly to Mike, District 5000. It's clear that even
I don't think the screen is working very well.
our local small businesses are still struggling. And we recently announced our move to Tier 4, and while more businesses are able to operate, some are able to operate in their full potential. So we want and need more. And you are so vital to Hawaii's business success. The goal
Okay.
If we could only live.
Hope everyone could hear that. I didn't unmute my mic on that, but
We could not hear it.
really?
No.
No, there's not enough bandwidth to drive it.
Well, if you could bear with me, it was only a minute and a half. I'd be happy to play it again, and I will mute my, if I could share the screen.
I think, Robert, you can also send the link, right? In case.
Yeah, I can also send the link, but I'm gonna play this again, and I'm gonna mute my.
You can't hear, Robert.
You in person. I'm truly honored to be here with you virtually. We all know the pandemic has left more local families.
Yeah, it's the same as it was before. It's all broken.
It's not working, Robert. I think you're gonna have to just send the link to everybody and then, we'll just do it that way. Unfortunately, it's just not working out on, it's not coming through.
Yeah, when you go to share screen, you have to enable audio before you share your screen. That's what's happening.
Yeah, Robert, did you, there's a checkbox on the left bottom before you share your screen. Did you check that box to share computer audio?
You're on mute right now, Robert.
Okay, that's exactly what it was. I didn't share the sound, so you can tolerate this one more time and give me a thumbs up if you could hear.
Aloha, and thank you for inviting me to be a part of this year's Rotary Marketplace. Now, while I wish I could have joined you in person, I'm truly honored to be here with you virtually. Now, we all know the pandemic has left more local families in need, but from feeding the hungry to maintaining our parks and playgrounds, so many of you have stepped up. And so I offer a sincere and heartfelt mahalo, particularly to the clubs in District 5000. Now, it's clear that even with the gradual return of visitors to our islands, our local small businesses are still struggling. And we recently announced a move to Tier 4, and while more businesses are able to operate, they're still not able to operate to their full potential. So we want and need more. And you are so vital to Hawaii's business's success. The goal of our administration is to foster a more welcoming business environment for current and new businesses. My office and all of you, the Rotary, can be proactive in helping to rebuild our business community through programs and to build better relationships between businesses and local government. So mahalo, and I can't wait to join all of you in person next year. Aloha.
Okay, all right. Third time's a charm.
Thank you, Robert. All right, very good. That came through great. Okay, well, let's get right into the program. Our first presenter is Carmen Wagner. I believe I saw Carmen. And if you're ready, go ahead and get started.
Hi, I'm Carmen. I think I'm gonna have I don't know how to do what needed to be done there when I share my screen, because I'm gonna do a short video as well. What do I do? Can you hear me?
Yes, Carmen, when you pick your screen on the bottom left, there's a box that says share computer audio. You check that box and your video would be okay. We'll hear your audio.
As soon as I click on my video, that will happen? Or do I hit share screen?
Well, share
share
screen first.
Okay,
Then you're going to pick your the screen that you're going to share, and then there should be a box on the bottom left that says you check that box, share computer audio, and then you'll be able to play.
would it be that? Let's see. Can you,
No, you need to check it before you share your screen.
okay. Uh-oh.
Okay, so go share screen, Share screen. Click share screen.
Wait a minute, it says screen sharing has stopped as the shared window closed. Do I say okay to that, or, I'm sorry?
Yeah, click the green share screen again.
Just a minute, I gotta get back to it. I think you might want to move on until I get back on. I think I messed up.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Mark, are you ready? Mark Merriam.
Hi there. Well, I'm going to try and share a video too, so we'll see how that goes. My name is Mark Merriam. I work at a print shop downtown Honolulu called Aloha Graphics. I came to do that about 25 years ago when I was looking for a new career opportunity, and a Rotarian said, "I'm ready to retire. Why don't you buy my print shop?" And foolishly enough, I said, okay. And he and his wife immediately left and moved to Oregon. So I've been doing that ever since then. And I say thank you, Rotary, every day for that opportunity. We do a lot of print jobs for both small and large businesses. We're available to do either 1 or 10,000. And I do have a video that I'm going to try and share. I'm Mark Merriam, and we've been here printing on Hotel Street for 20 years. These are some of the projects that we've done. We do all our printing in-house and in the shop. I want you to come see some of our equipment, and even more importantly, the people that do the work here. This is Raymond Tran. Hi, you want a copy? 1 copy or 10,000 copies? If you want 10,000 copies, certainly you have a great deal. We like to see ourselves as problem solvers and to meet your individual needs. Chris Gushigan is working with our Duplo finisher. Use industry-leading equipment to save you time and money. Thanks, Chris. Kenzan Nihar is the last part of our team, and he's managing today our wide format printer. Our wide format printer can print posters, banners, and blueprints. So stop by Aloha Graphics yourself anytime you might need anything. We'll print it quickly, we'll do it creatively, and we'll make sure you look good on paper. Thank you. All right. It actually worked.
Yay,
I
good
gotta-
job, Mark.
That's the first time ever I tried to share video, so we are available to try and help you with your print needs. We are good problem solvers, and I really appreciate you that with you tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark. And you all should know, Mark is our district governor nominee, I think. Is that the correct terminology for that? District governor nominee?
Yes, that is true.
All right, congratulations. Okay, Carmen, are you ready? You're on mute, Carmen.
Okay,
Okay.
so I just hit share screen down here, right? Yeah. Now I go to my screen. Shoot. I'm sorry. I think I am losing. I don't have it here.
Okay.
I thought I was
Okay.
really prepared. You go ahead. I'm going to bring it back up. I think I lost it.
All right. Okay, Carmen, we'll come back to you. How about Del Green? I didn't see him on here, but is Del Green in the house? Nope. Okay. And I have Janet Kelly up next, but I didn't see her either. She's not in the house either, I don't think.
Janice
So I
takes
guess-
care of her husband.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, well, Dave, you're up then.
Well, I'm just here to introduce Jane Ferreira, who's better known as Navy League Jane. And Jane's got a presentation and Jane, all you got to do is make sure you're not on mute and tell me when to change the slides.
Okay. I'm not on mute.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Navy League of the United States. We're one of over 220 councils in the world. Next slide. And we're just recognized for the 50th year in a row as being one of the top large councils in the world. We have approximately 1,800 members locally in Hawaii, and we're very proud of all of those that we have and how we support our sea services. We were founded in 1902 with the encouragement of Teddy Roosevelt. We're a civilian organization supporting the sea services, and we have over 40,000 members worldwide. Next slide. And what we do, our mission is to educate the public and the national leaders about the vital importance of a capable and fully prepared sea service. Next slide. And we especially support the men and women of the sea services and their families. Next slide. And as America is a maritime nation, national defense and economic well-being really are dependent upon our strong sea services, the Navy and the Marine Corps, the Coast Guard, and the Merchant Marines. Next. And what we do, we advocate, as I said, for the maintenance in addition to the strong industrial base to secure America's future. That's why the Jones Act is important to us, and we advocate for that. The maritime issues that impact everybody and things that keep us up at night are national security, the drug trafficking, illegal immigration, delivery of products through our different sea lanes, protection of our natural resources, and safe waterways and shorelines for recreation. And so Navy League at Work, like I said, we educate our local, state, and federally elected officials about our key maritime issues. And we mentor and provide educational materials to our youth. We have 2 Sea Cadet battalions, 2 Boy Scout adopted troops, and 2 Girl Scout adopted troops. We have a biannual Indo-Pacific IMSC security exposition the week after RIMPAC. And we're doing one this summer that's focusing on IUU fishing, the fishing that is being depleted by some hardcore players in the Pacific. We also partner with the Chamber of Commerce and the Military Affairs Council to make sure we're reaching all of our sea services. And we host veteran support summits every year. This is our recognizing our Pacific Fleet Sailor of the Year, which we're going to have in July of this year. And these are the top sailors from Pacific Fleet, which is Hollywood to Bollywood and polar bears to penguins, which is what Admiral Harris used to always say. So these are like the top 14 sailors. We sponsor a lot of events for the spouses. We do recognition events. You'll recognize that's Mufi Hanneman. We were in his office when he was mayor. I need to update that slide to get Rick one in there. And we have our location here. We're in a Navy building, free because we do such great work for the sea services. And so we're in use probably 5 days a week. Our offices now are opened up for use for the different family groups, youth groups, and support groups. We adopt ships and submarines. We have the USS Hawaii, which is a nuclear powered submarine, and we have the Aegis class destroyer Chung Hoon that are 2 adopted ships. But we really adopt all of our ships and submarines on the waterfront, as well as shore commands. When they come back from deployment, we try to provide dinner for the 3rd watch, so as many people as possible can go home. We also support port visits and ship commissioning ceremonies. We're commissioning the USS Daniel Inouye in December. So take a look at ussdanielinouye.org. Be involved in that, become a Navy League member so you too can get a personal invitation and sit on the pier, because if you've never seen a ship come to life when they're first commissioned, it is really something you'll never forget. And we also contribute over $1 million annually to over 9,000 students that are in the Navy ROTC program across the country, and more than 200,000 in college scholarships annually to military dependents. So active duty membership, the spouse gets free membership for the first year, And it's a good way for them to stay in touch with the community. And because there's so many councils around the world, they can move their membership to the next duty station and always keep close to the Navy League and find out how we can support them. And as I always say, why do we do it? We serve because you serve. We serve because these young men and women serve this country. And we do it every day in every way we can. So we're citizens in support of sea services. That's my email, navyleaguejane@gmail.com. And I am email centric, so I will get back to you within 24 hours an email, and you can always call me at the office at 422-9404. But basically, we're here to serve those who serve the families, the active duty sea service members, and help develop tomorrow's youth. So I welcome you to find out a little bit more about the Navy League. And I too am a Rotarian in Honolulu Sunset, so I walk the same walk as you. Thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you. All right, thank you very much. Okay, next up, Melinda Mullis. I don't think I saw her either, but are you in the house, Melinda?
Yeah, she had to cancel at the last moment.
Okay, okay. How about Kent? Is Kent in the house?
I'm here.
Okay, all right, Kent, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen too. Okay, so I'm gonna go quickly through this, but I'll just click on the slides. So who am I? Well, I've had a lot of careers. I'm a career military officer, retired colonel, a pediatric orthopedic surgeon. The most notable job was chief surgeon and chief of staff of the Shriners Hospital, which I did for about 13 years. And then I'm a teacher, clinical professor, and a scientist with about 60 scientific publications. And that is, but what I am also is an author, and what I'm selling is books. And I now have 7 books that are on Amazon. I do under two different noms de plume, basically to designate the thrillers from all the other stuff that I do. So I'm just going to tell you about a couple of books that might be of interest for people in Hawaii. I'm going to go straight to this one, Fire at the Bottom of the Sea. This is about a nuclear submarine that sinks and ends up on top of Loihi, the undersea volcano off the Big Island, and they're trying to get the crew raised from a depth of 3,000 feet and raise the submarine before the volcano lights up the munitions on board which would then cause a boom, which might cause a catastrophic drop of the sea on the Big Island, which then would cause a tsunami. And so here's a couple of reviews. I don't know anybody who's written these reviews, so it's not just friends. In fact, the first one is from Mensa magazine, their bulletin, and then I have to say that I've never had less than 4 out of 5 review for any of my books. They all average about 4.7, 4.9 out of 5. So lots of good reviews. The second one is The Death of Aloha. And this really is an examination of our aloha spirit and its fragility and its necessity. It was inspired by what happened in Beirut, which everybody called the Honolulu of Europe. It's where everybody went for vacation. And they had been living in harmony for decades and decades until it became a war zone. And while I was working up at Tripler as chief orthopedics there, somebody, one of my colleagues came up and said, you know, that could happen here in Honolulu. And I said, you're crazy, that couldn't. But having lived now in Honolulu for 40 years, I think it could. And so the question was, what would bring this about? And that's what the book is about. The reviews for that, all positive. And again, I don't know any of these people. They're not friends. And the third one that I have to bring up because it's my latest book, and this is a true story about my partners who developed this device and then spent 17 years trying to push it through the FDA. In the meantime, it was saving lives of thousands of kids worldwide. And but still, it took 17 years to get it approved for treatment in the United States. So this is another one, another fascinating book with a medical premise. This one is from the doctor's perspective. I especially enjoyed the aspect of they're dealing with this small boy. And anyway, this also is just out and got great reviews. Okay, so that's about it.
Thank you very much, Kent. And next up, I believe we have Peggy Jackson. Is she in the house?
Yes, I'm here. I need to share my screen.
Okay.
And we have, there we are. There we are. Okay, I'm Peg Jackson. My consulting practice is Peg Jackson and Associates, and we specialize in business continuity planning, risk management, succession planning, and strategic planning. Now, we work with clients to develop action plans so that they can quickly respond to a crisis or emergency situation and then take the necessary steps to resume operations. However, based on the last year or so, everybody thinks business interruptions are just COVID or maybe hurricane related, but a lot of things can happen to interrupt a business. And I'm just going to give you a quick example. Several years ago, one of my clients was a CPA firm in Los Angeles. It was a small company, just two partners. The senior partner wanted to retire in about a year, and they asked me to come in and help them with a business continuity plan so that the business could continue seamlessly after the senior partner retired. So I did that for them. And after about 3 months after I completed their business continuity plan, the junior partner dropped dead. And it was the beginning of tax season. And that business continuity plan proved to be essential to the companies dealing with a crisis. They brought in some business associates of mine to manage the firm, the practice as they were working through this. And they didn't lose a client. They were able to complete everyone's tax return, and the company was successfully sold in a year, so that the senior partner was indeed able to retire despite the tragedy of losing a business partner. And as you can see in the ad, one of the things that I like to do, especially for Rotarians, obviously there's a discount, but the other part of what I like to do for Rotarians is to have a 1 hour complimentary consultation, or as we call it here, talk story. And in this way, I learn more about the business, and I can explain more about how a business resiliency plan or business continuity plan that also includes a succession plan, a risk management plan, could really benefit the company. And so I'm delighted to be a part of Rotary, and please give me a call. My phone number is there, and my email is there. And so I'd like very much to get to know you all. Thanks very much. So I'm going to hit stop share.
Very good, Peg. Thank you so much. Very good. Okay, next up, Mike Holland. Are you here?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Can hear you, Mike. Very good.
All right. Well, that was an interesting talk that we just had. A tax preparation firm, and one of the partners wanted to retire and the other one dropped dead. And that's where I am. I'm somewhere between retiring and dropping dead. And I have been doing this tax preparation since back in the mid 70s. And that's when I joined Rotary, back in the mid 70s. And back at that time, we hand wrote all of our tax returns. And then we made a copy. And then we gave the copy to the client. We told them, mail it to the IRS. Well, today, everything is computerized and pretty much tax driven, software driven. So I use Intuit Pro Series to e-file all my returns. And I also use a Hawaii Tax Online to file general excise taxes and so forth, where the state is required. My tax season pretty much continues until October 15th. And that's when the extensions are due. And I have a few late filers that will straggle in. Without getting into too much about tax preparation, I thought I would bring up today something that was pretty timely. They announced today the advanced child tax credit payment that will begin to be distributed by the IRS beginning July 15th. And many of you will have friends and neighbors who have children in the house. The credit was increased from $2,000 per child to $3,000 per child in the year 2021. And for a child younger than 6, the credit for the year is $3,600. So for a lot of families, they're going to begin to receive by direct deposit money depending on the number of children that are in the house. So you may have some of these, you may have some children of your own up to the age of 17, or you may have grandchildren, so you'll want to pass this along. These credits are going to be automatically directly deposited into your family's bank account. And this is all based on the 2019 and the 2020 tax return. So amazingly, the IRS has built software to go through everybody's tax return, determine who qualifies for the credit. There is an income threshold. If you have too much income, you don't qualify. And they will determine from your 2020 tax return, number of children, what their age is, and they'll start sending out this credit beginning July 15th. And every month thereafter on the 15th, August, September, October, November. So there's a lot of income that's going to begin to flood into the economy. And it will be very helpful, as the mayor was saying in his opening remarks. This is going to be very helpful to for the local economy. So if you want to know anything more about it, I don't want to get into too much of the details. Go out on the internet and just type in the words, the child tax credit / the White House. Of course, Biden is proud of this. He's sending a lot of money out into the economy. And so there's going to be a lot of people beginning to receive this every month, and they can get ready for school. And hopefully they'll all get their vaccinations and will be up and going come September when school is back in session. So that's really about all I wanted to share with you. I thought that was good news, it's timely, and I'm somewhere between retired and the end of life. So thank you for your previous comments.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you very much. Okay, next up, we have Linda Rose Herman. Are you ready?
She is ready, and I'm going to introduce her. Linda Rose Herman took care of Pam and my final plans many years ago, and because I had another client that needed that help, and I was so impressed with what she did for Harold and Doris Estes that Pam and I went ahead and got on board. Now, all of us that are married know that our spouse is going to die someday. When you're married to an Italian like I am, they can give you the day and the time. So I really needed to take care of that stuff in advance. And it's all been paid for about 5 years now. And Pam wants to know when she's going to collect. So Linda, if you know, let me know first, okay? But I give you my good friend and my final planner, Linda Rose Herman.
Hi, everybody. It's great to be here. And Dave, I'll tell you, you sure look good when Pam was cozied up next to you. She made you look really good.
That was my blow-up doll.
No, she was definitely very real. Well, it's great to be here. I know some of you, and I'm happy to meet all of you. I'm a past Rotarian. That's how I met Dave, was through, we were in the same Rotary chapter, and I love Rotary and all that it stands for because it goes right along with my philosophy. So I am a pre-planning advisor. I often tell people I help them purchase their final real estate or reach their final vacation destination, and you hope it's not too hot. So I help people think about things that most people don't want to think about. And I compare it to, I give people this to think about. We've all had more than one car in our lives, okay? And we spend a lot of money on our cars. And often it's a luxury item, and some people collect them. And then there's car insurance. We pay out our whole lives for something that might happen, and we don't get any money back at the end of our lives. We don't make a claim. Well, doing pre-planning, whether it's for cremation or a casket, costs much less than what you spend on one car. So that gives a little perspective there as far as the financial aspect. I got into my work, I've been doing this in Hawaii for 37 years. I often joke and tell people I was a teenager when I started, but I got into my work because I had 2 sudden deaths in my own family in my 20s, and I was the one who took care of everything. I wanted to help other people not go through what I went through. And I got into this work. I thought I might do it for a few years, and here I am in the blink of an eye, 37 years later. And I think, like Dave, I get up every morning and I think, who can I help today? This is not just my work, it's my mission, because I know the difference it makes in people's lives. And I'd rather people have sometimes the uncomfortable conversation now than wait until somebody they love is forced to take care of it. And for couples, I say, you've made a lot of life decisions together. You decided to date, you decided to marry, you decided to have children, you bought a house together, you plan anniversaries, birthdays, holidays, vacations. It's not fair to leave the person you love the most to make the hardest decision of their lives on the worst day of their lives when they can't even decide what kind of loaf of bread to buy at the store. So what you've done by pre-planning is you've given your family the luxury of grieving and the ability to celebrate your life. So I work for Hawaiian Memorial Park and funeral services. So we have our beautiful glass chapel in Kaneohe and also Borthwick Mortuary. We also have a travel plan. People are starting to travel again, and the travel plan is phenomenal. If you die anywhere in the world away from home, they handle every cost and detail to bring you home. It's only $499 lifetime fee. And I've a lot of people get as gifts for their children and grandchildren who live all over the country. So you don't have to live in Hawaii to get the travel plan. I also have people from Japan, China, Korea, who purchase cemetery property at Hawaiian Memorial Park, which is one of the most beautiful cemeteries in the world, I think. I call it my beautiful outdoor office. And because in those countries, first of all, it can cost even 10 times as much as what it costs to be buried in our nicest area. And in China and Japan, after a certain amount of time, they have to move their loved one. And it's quite a hardship. So I have people who vacation here or live here part-time, and they'll get their cemetery property here. That's pretty much it. Did I leave anything out, Dave? Okay, so feel free to call on me if you have any questions. I'll put my phone number and the contact and my website in the chat box. And it doesn't cost anything to get information. Information is free. So if any of you want to meet with me and receive a consultation, I see people at my office in Kaneohe. I can do through WebEx, and I also will come to your home or office. So I'm very flexible, and I'm very excited to connect with each of you, and really honor all of you as Rotarians very, very much.
Great job.
Aloha.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, we've got 6 more presenters and about 17 minutes left. So if everybody stays within their 2 to 3 minutes, we're going to make it. So next up, we have Derek. Are you ready, Derek?
I am. How you guys doing?
Great.
Awesome. My name is Derek Saigusa. I'm the president of the Rotary Club of Downtown Honolulu and also a State Farm agent. I like to tell people that I'm your why guy. So what it comes down to is everybody has a why. We wake up in the morning, we do what we need to do, we take care of what we need to take care of. We became Rotarians all for some sort of why in our lives. My why are my 2 14-year-olds. They're in the other room right now. We're at my in-laws for Father's Day right now. We've got 2 families to appease, and this is just the day that we had to do it. So they're sitting in the other room, but they're my why. I do what I need to do every day to take care of them. There's the reason why I risked myself. I created my business. I did what I do. But what I do as a State Farm agent is I do 3 things. I manage, protect, and grow your why. And that's what I do. So with State Farm, one of the biggest things that we do is car insurance. You know us, #1 car insurance company since the 1940s. #1 home insurance company since the 1960s, #1 life insurance company since 2014. So we're a great company, do all of that. What people don't understand is that we also help grow people's lives. So I'm a chartered financial consultant. I am a retirement income certified professional, as well as a chartered life underwriter. I have about 150 different mutual funds that I work with across a few different boards to help people grow their financial future. But what I can tell people, the best thing that you could walk away from this whole situation is if you haven't sat down with an insurance agent, or you haven't had a one-to-one conversation with them, you don't know what you're missing. So essentially in 2012, when I got married, my wife and I were a 1-car household. I have a son, she has a son. We were driving on the freeway, somebody hit us from behind. They decided to run. 911 yelled at me to stop the car and stop chasing him. I found out later why sitting with an insurance agent was the best thing. I had never sat with anybody. I told them, just give me what you give me. I had a $500 deductible. I didn't have rental car reimbursement. I didn't have a car to take my kids to school. We had bought a house. We were saving up for everything. We were stuck. And one of the things that, I'm sure I've heard that we've had lawyers in this call. We've got Del Green in my Rotary group, and a lawyer will tell you that, the biggest thing that you drive around with every day is your financial future. And a lot of people think we're a no-fault state. Any lawyer on this call will tell you there is definitely fault when it comes to an accident, and you will pay for it. Making sure that, if you can spend a little bit more money a month to make sure that we're protecting that, and that one slip of the gas pedal isn't costing you your financial future, that's what it is. So if you go through me or if you go through somebody else, the one thing that I can ask in the next week is to just give your insurance company a call and set up an appointment to go over what you've got and make sure you know line by line what you got. And that's pretty much what I've got. So yes, thank you for the kudos on State Farm. We are the #1 company, and we're definitely there for you. So if you need anything, I'll leave my information in the chat. But thank you very much for having me tonight, guys.
Thank you, Derek. Excellent. Okay, next up, Mylene. Are you ready? Mylene?
Yes, aloha and good evening, everyone. My name is Mylene Reyes, and I was the past president of Rotary Hickam Pearl Harbor. And well, first of all, I'd like to thank Naomi and Robert for this awesome marketplace. And I am here to talk about Kyvicide. So for those of you who attended the previous presentation of Marketplace, I actually talked about briefly that our company, R&M Reyes, was awarded a PPE supply chain grant by the state of Hawaii. And we used that grant money to purchase equipment to bottle and produce disinfectant on all of the islands, on Oahu, Maui, Hilo, and the Big Island and Kauai. So as a home medical equipment provider, we already have existing infrastructure. We have warehouses and delivery vans on all of the islands. And it just made sense that we produce them locally, and we don't have to worry about shipping costs, and we don't have to pass that cost to the consumers because it's all locally produced on each island. So who will benefit from the, actually, let me share my screen. Okay, so this is, the disinfectant is called Kyvicide. So it's actually a play on, for those of you in the healthcare community, you're probably familiar with Cavicide. So this is a play on that label. So Kai is, as you all know, is water in Hawaiian. So Kyvicide is electrolyzed water. And it is an eco-friendly, sustainable, and very safe multi-purpose cleaner, sanitizer, and deodorizer. So what is the active ingredient in Kyvicide? It is called hypochlorous acid. So, and it's HOCl. And if you Google or search HOCl on the EPA website, that is actually an active ingredient that is already approved, EPA approved and FDA approved. So we are, this Cavicide, as I mentioned, is produced and bottled locally. So we also we're offering this product with ULV cold fogger. So as you can see in this picture, this machine right here is the fogger, and the solution is offered in a gallon size and 32-ounce bottle. So we are offering a subscription plan or a buy it now option for the ULV fogger. So pricing can be found on our website, and subscription plans and all of the additional info on how to use the fogger, the active ingredient, and the leasing options are all available on our website, which is www.rnmreyes.com, and you click on the tab Kyvicide. And where can you buy Kyvicide? call 676-7661 because we offer free delivery subscription plan, or if you purchase them wholesale by the case, we offer free delivery service. You can also purchase them at our office in YPO here on Oahu, and we have an office in Kihei, in Hilo, and in Lihui. So with that, I guess the new normal now is really the disinfecting and constant hand washing and just practicing good hand washing hygiene. So with this Kivicide, this is going to be a part of your new normal, because it's not only that it's safe, but it's also very affordable. And actually, that's the catalyst for us producing this product, because we've been, the cost of disinfecting our warehouse and our offices and exam rooms have skyrocketed. And, producing this locally has actually reduced our cost drastically. And with that, we wanted to pass the savings on to the local folks. And so we decided to locally bottle and produce them in Hawaii. So if you have any questions, feel free to call us at 808-676-7661. And again, the website is rnmreyes.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Mylene. Okay, and then next up we have Kathleen. And Mylene, if you could get your screen down, and Mylene, Kathleen can get hers up quickly.
Yep. Aloha, everybody. Good to see you all. Yes, let me get this up. So my name is Kathleen Merriam, and I'm an assistant governor for Windward and Hawaii Kai. I am a past president of the Rotary Club of Metropolitan Honolulu. And I wanted to just take a minute to talk about mental health from kind of a business perspective. And so let's take care of our mental health. Basically, something that I thought I would share is that mental health can be kind of expensive if we don't take care of it. So I'm going to actually move that. So this might be an interesting number to some of you, that $44 billion are spent annually in combined medical and work loss. So if we're not paying attention to our mental health, then what happens is we notice that people then are coming in late, they're absent to work, probably they could be drinking more, not eating as well, not as healthy. And so we actually pay for it by the fact that their work is impacted. So because we spend so much time at work, it would be nice to have things pretty pleasant at work. And so people's mental health really matters. Taking care of mental health just makes good business. So I wanted to just make sure that everybody knew about a service that Hawaii offers. So I work for the State Department of Health Adult Mental Health Division, and I hope that you will consider having this available to all of your family, friends, coworkers, and employees at your businesses. And basically, it's called the Hawaii Cares Line. It's been advertised. It might be something you already post, but it just makes good business sense. So for Oahu, the number is 832-3100, and then there's a toll-free number for neighbor islands of 1-800-753-6879. And then, of course, there is a website. Because COVID is just really taking a hit on people's mental health and, of course, businesses in so many ways, there has been something set up called Kumakani. And so when people call the Hawaii Cares Line, they can ask for Kumakani, and there are additional resources available, such as groups, one-to-one conversations with people. And then there's a great website that has all kinds of resources
for you, again, your loved ones and your employees. And then lastly, I want to make it quick, is that this is another great resource page, everything from people that have been vets, the LGBTQ community. If somebody does end up having poison or an overdose or some sort of medical emergency, these are kind of some tailored things. And of course, for youth, our children. So I just wanted to share this. And you can contact me at any time. Also, if you would like more resources. But I just wanted to send the message about mental health mattering in a business context as well. So thank you for having me, and aloha.
Thank you, Kathleen. Very good.
You're welcome.
Next up, Aaron Okamoto, are you ready?
Yes, hi, good evening, everyone. My name's Aaron Okamoto. I'm the General Sales Manager at American Floor and Home, representing David Arita this evening. Great presentations, great stories. I wish I had a video too, but I'll do my best to keep it short. So American Floor and Home, formerly known as American Carpet One, is celebrating our 47th anniversary in business. We are employee owned and operated. We're part of the Carpet One Cooperative. This cooperative is the 7th largest cooperative in the world, comprising of 1,500 other locally owned and operated businesses across the US, Canada, reaching as far as New Zealand, Guam, and Australia. So collectively, what we do is we act as a buying group and we purchase together. We average about $5 billion in floor covering purchases annually, allowing us to really drive the prices down on all mills, manufacturers, distributors around the globe, and bring those savings back to our local marketplace. What we are is we are a full service home flooring design center. So as many of us have been stuck at home for the past 18 months, looking around the house, seeing what we can improve upon, please give me a call, because that's exactly what we do. What makes us great is really our craftsmen. And those are our employee professional installers. You know, I can show you product, I can talk about product all day, but at the end of the day, it's how it goes into the home. Now, right before COVID, we actually expanded our business, our services and our products. So yes, American Carpet One, we had to change to American Floor and Home because we sell more than carpet. It's wood, it's laminate, it's tile, it's this LVT, SPC, WPC, waterproof, worry-proof flooring. What we have gone into as well, though, is now we are a fully functioning general contractor. We are able to provide services in the form of installation for your cabinets, your countertops, your plumbing fixtures, appliances, windows, doors, window coverings. So what we've really done is evolved into a one-stop shopping experience for all your home remodel needs. Another business we started very timely right before COVID is we also have a shop at home service. So what we've done is we've taken our entire showroom with over 5,000 samples, shoved it into a little van, and we'll come to you. Because I know people living out on the North Shore on the weekends, they don't want to come into, you know, scenic Sand Island to come to my showroom and see all my wares. So, you know what, we'll cut the middleman out, and we'll make it easy on you, we'll come out and visit you. So, you know, I know that was kind of long. I thank you all for your time. It is truly an honor and a pleasure. I know David thinks the world of this group, so for him to ask me, I'm very humbled. So thank you all very much.
Very good, Aaron. Thank you. And now, last but not least, we have Eugene Price. Are you ready, Eugene?
I guess so. That's a pretty hard act to follow, Aaron. Good job. I'm going to try and share this. Can you guys see that?
Not yet.
All right. What am I doing?
There we go.
All right. So, like Mark talked about, I'm on the other end of the spectrum. He delves in the small format printing most of the time. I am definitely immersed into the wide format printing, like all the time. Our company name is PD Technologies. We've only been around for 7 years or so, so we're relatively new to the market. Just real quickly, my wife and I own the business. We currently have 14 employees, and we are heavily invested into the best printing technology manufactured today. We produce graphics of all shapes and sizes, from simple decals to large wall or vehicle wraps. We create interior and exterior signage, and we're able to use a variety of substrates. Pretty much anything you can think of, we can print on, and we install. We're the only printer in Hawaii that does dye sublimation printing on textiles. So for most of you, that would be like, hold on one second. I know that. Anyway, my son is cutting open a wall. So if you guys can hear that, we have to get a table out. We upgraded one of our printing tables, our printing machines. We have to cut a hole out in the wall so we can get the old one out. He decided to do that at 8 o'clock at night. In either case, the machine that we got to get out is similar to this one down here, the Osei Arizona 2380. It's a little bit smaller than this one, but it's a big machine and we need a big hole in the wall to get it out of our door. But all of this equipment is top of the line for our type of printing operation. And it helps us do the things that we do with the people that we do. But we're also made up of a lot of different parts. I mean, we print for commercial businesses, we do big events, and we do vehicle fleets. So those are the most common clients for industry. Many people don't realize that we support other printers within Honolulu. So they don't have access to the equipment that we have, but they want to service their customers. So people call us to help print their jobs for their clients. And we also do work that's produced in the mainland and sent here to be installed. So we do a lot of different things. The other thing I call the construction field that's really grown for us when I purchased Fleet Street Graphics is we transform old tired cabinetry or doors into something a little more modern, more durable at a considerably lower cost. And I'll get into that in a little bit later. We're also going to get into solar window tinting, which is my goal by the end of the year. Just to give you we're a very visual business. And so just to give you an idea, here's some of the things that we do. So we do posters, banners, all kinds of wall graphics, just about anything you can think of, from wallpaper to vinyls to whatever. We do artwork, we do car wraps, we do contour cutouts, and we do oversized stuff, huge things. That's my brother in that little picture over there. So to give you an idea, that wall is 16 feet tall by 24 feet wide. Whoops, what am I doing? So we do signage, all kinds of signage, interior and exterior signage. I put this over here for Rick, because Rick is a friend of mine and I printed all of his banners and signs. So I stuck them in here under signage. Here's some examples of some of the fabric that we do. Trade show booth down here is Hawaiian Air on the lower right, tent tops, backdrops. We did this one for Windward Mall when they were doing the Island Idols things. This green little hut here is something that Tiffany did. They had this huge aluminum structure built and installed inside of their store at Waikiki, and they asked us to wrap it in a flag material. This is the construction side of the business I was talking about. It's a special architectural vinyl. You can see this desk that looks really ugly on the left, and we rewrapped it on the right. So you can see that it's done. The Best Western Plaza Hotel, we did the counters below the Korean, and then the Royal Hawaiian Hotel elevators, we converted those to basically brand new things. And you can see doors that we've taken care of in that area. Some of the cool things install wise, we do a lot of installation. We take care of Aloha Petroleum, rebranding their stations. We do Central Pacific Bank as well as Bank of Hawaii. This is a thing we did for Hawaiian Airlines. You can kind of see the progression of the installation. This finalized piece over here is actually 65 feet off the ground. It's 64 feet wide by 18 feet tall. I'm gonna try and do this. This is a thing we just did recently for Hawaiian Tel. And this is just an example of how we wrap things. So this is there's no sound. It's just a quick video about 30 seconds long, just showing you how a car is wrapped.
How long does it take to do a car or a
Well,
van
this
like that?
van, this particular van, that was 30 seconds and that was about 4 hours worth of work. So we still had the other side to do, but that was the back and the one side. And so you can see what the back and the one side looks like when it's done. And essentially that's us. So there's my contact information if you need any information or have any questions related to wide format printing.
Very good, Eugene. Thank you so much. Okay, so Robert, did you have something else you needed to put up, or where are we at?
Actually, I have something about 45 seconds long if I can share my screen. And this is purely Rotary driven, and you'll see what I mean. I'm going to share the sound and I'm going to play this real quick. This is my company. We're the licensee for Rotary apparel products in Hawaii. And this is just a brief overview of what we do. But in particular, I want to, there's a part in here for Rotary branded products. So I'm going to let this thing roll. That's it.
Thank you, Robert.
There's one other thing I want to mention. There's a link for some closeout Rotary shirts, and they're not even our brand, so it's kind of an odd situation, but I'm helping the district get rid of the old Rotary shirts, and they're literally at the closeout price. I'm going to post the link, and these are all the old Kahala shirts, but this is a private link, so you can't access it from our main website. But if you want to buy some Kahala branded Rotary shirts at a literally next to nothing, just go to that link and we'll be able to process it for you. And that's it.
Wait, it says it's not found, the page. Oh, you know what? Maybe I grabbed that period. Hold on. Let me just see without the period.
If you put in the Rotary-Marketplace, it should link.
Okay.
But if there's a problem, you could just go to islandtraditions.com and then we'll forward it over to you. But that being said, please feel free to buy the Island Traditions branded Rotary products as well. I would prefer that, but we do want to get rid of the other ones too for the district. I had to plug my company too. So.
Thank you, Robert. Okay, I think Naomi has some closing words. Naomi, are you still here?
I'm still here. Before that, though, I want to do a plug for the best kept secret for securing the future. So, how would you like to invest $20 and then get $5,000 back? Isn't that the best deal? Okay, so for Hawaii Rotary Youth Foundation (HRYF), every club gets to give away $5,000. Okay, and there's going to be a new rule that it needs to be $20 per capita. So you've got 10 people in, $20 per person, and you get a $5,000 scholarship to give away from your club. That's the best deal in town for our future and to give scholarships. So please give to HRYF. But everybody, thank you for being here. We went a little bit over time, but what an interesting vocational minute or 3 minutes from everybody. We learned about a lot of different companies and products, and actually we could go another hour hearing about Generations Magazine from Rick, or Hawaii Pacific Ministry from Anka. You know, we have so many resources, so many talented people in our district that this marketplace, actually, we could go on for years to go and not cover everybody in the district. But thank you everyone for being here. But thank you to Bob Peterson and Robert Jackson for putting this together and for supporting vocational service in Hawaii. And hey, Bob, you're gonna give us a special for doing a wrap of your car with the rotary wheel. I think Roz wants to be the first car to do the rotary wheel with the wrap. And thank you, everybody. Have a good evening.
All right, thank you very
everyone.
much. Thank you, everybody.
Hey, great job. Good to
Thank
see
you.
ya.
Aloha.
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 See you later, Roz. We love you.
Love you guys too. Eugene, it will only take you about 3 minutes to do my car.
There. Linda Rose, great job.
Anytime, Rose.
Great seeing everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.